Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
An Oakland County judge says abortion should remain legal in Michigan and blocks prosecutors from enforcing the state's 1931 ban on abortion. But this fight is nowhere close to being finished. Off the top at 6, Judge Jacob Cunningham delivered his ruling after listening to 2 days of witness testimony.
Today, he called on witnesses on the anti-abortion side non-credible and unhelpful. Grant Herms was in court today. Grant, this isn't the last word in this case, nor when it comes to the abortion issue in Michigan.
Kimberly Devin, it certainly is not. Now, what this ruling does not do is strike down that 1931 abortion ban. It just means that it can't be enforced, and that means we've got a series of fights setting up down the road. An Oakland County judge blocking prosecutors from charging abortion providers under the state's 91-year-old abortion ban that's still on the books. The judge essentially saying until a new legal action or a vote by the people, abortion should remain legal in Michigan.
A person carrying a child has the right to bodily autonomy and integrity, as well as a safe doctor-patient relationship free from government interference, as they have been able to do so for nearly 50 years.
I'm relieved that everyone in this state knows that it doesn't matter what county you live in now. You are not, as a provider, going to be prosecuted, and you, as a woman and girls, have a right at this moment because of this ruling.
On the other side, the attorney for the defendants calling it an abuse of power by the governor.
It's such an abuse of our legal system. If it's allowed to stand, this is going to open the floodgates to all kinds of things.
But the fight isn't over. An appeal is coming in the next few weeks. Those prosecutors looking to enforce the law have to file their appeal within 21 days. And then there's the sweeping ballot initiative, which has a challenge pending. The deadline for a decision set for August 31st. In his final statement, the judge urging those watching and those in court to register to vote.
As a final note, the court reminds the public that the final day to register to vote is October the 24th, 2022.
Now, you heard about the appeal, but there could also be a trial on the merits in this case. The judge set that date for no later than February 19th. The pretrial for that is November 21st. You'll notice that's after the election. Back to you.
Exactly. So, Grant, what about the Supreme Court? They can still weigh in here.
They certainly can still weigh in here. It's something that the governor has asked them to do multiple times, but they have not done so yet. The best legal opinions right now think that the high court is waiting until after the election to see how that abortion petition shakes out on the ballot. Should it get there? Should it not? They're waiting to see, frankly, like the rest of us are.
Exactly.
Back to you.
So much back and forth, and it's not over yet. Okay, Grant, thank you.
A Pontiac family says it's considering legal action against the Oakland County Sheriff's Office because of this very rough arrest that was caught on camera yesterday. The video shows officers repeatedly punching a woman in front of her home. Let's get to Rod Maloney live at the Sheriff's Office where they're offering their version of what happened. Rod.
Well, Devin, we have the whole story here in that, in the internet age, you see a lot of this kind of video, fists flying, angry people recording it on the video camera. But the sheriff's office does have its own video and its own version of what happened.
Keep punching her. Keep punching her.
There can be no doubt these Oakland County Sheriff's deputies pulled no punches in arresting a 48-year-old Pontiac woman. They hit her many times. Her daughter, Jazzaray Stevens, is furious.
Knee, kick. She's bruised up from her chest on up, face. Her eye is bulging.
And she says she's already consulting with a lawyer.
They're here to protect the citizens. And wrong is wrong, and there's no justifying wrong. If she was wrong, y'all could have tamed her in a proper manner.
Still, Jazzaray admits her mother has significant mental health issues, and the sheriff's office dashcam video shows us much more about the incident. Officers say the original call came in for a welfare check. Officers found her trying to light a face cloth on fire.
Why are you lighting that on fire?
Now, we're hiding the woman's identity because she's not charged with anything yet. But Under Sheriff Curtis Child says she first exposed herself and then...
She did swing at the officer. She resisted the arrest, and we did what we had to do to try and get her under control.
And punching her is part of that?
It's in our policy. If required, the deputies were being bitten multiple times.
Childs produced a number of pictures of the injuries the deputies received in the altercation.
So it takes whatever force we have to do to gain compliance is what was being done.
And so we've often heard about resource officers or mental health professionals coming along with police trying to sort of diffuse these kinds of situations. And you may have noticed a third woman walking behind the officers in the video that we showed from the Sheriff's Department. Well, that is what they call a co-responder. And she was actually there for that purpose. The officers allowed this woman the opportunity to talk to the co-responder. She did not want to talk to anybody, and that's how all of this ensued.
Rod, I guess we were seeing what would amount perhaps to resisting arrest, but is she likely to face charges for any of this?
Well, that's a good question here, Devin, because yes, she's in the jail tonight. She's still there. No charges pending yet. They're going to be sending the jacket over to the prosecutor's office tomorrow. But the officers say that they were intending to try and bring her to a mental health facility and not arrest her. But that's when all of the fists started flying. So we'll have to see where this goes and what the prosecutor decides to do. It could be that the mental health issues could override those charges.
Yeah. All right, Rod.
Jury deliberations begin next week in the trial of two men charged in the alleged plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. The defense rested its case this morning after calling federal investigators to the stand. It's the second trial for Adam Fox and Barry Croft Jr. after a previous jury could not reach verdicts. They face conspiracy charges, but their defense tried to make the case today the two men were entrapped. Now it's up to the jury, which gets to work Monday morning.
Mount Clemens man is facing a long prison sentence for repeated sex crimes involving children. In his guilty plea, 47-year-old Glenn Vellner admitted to several years' worth of crimes. Last year, chatting online with someone he believed to be a 13-year-old girl, Vellner requested they send him an explicit picture of themselves. He also admitted to downloading thousands of images of child pornography between 2016 and 2019. Vellner was previously convicted of criminal sexual conduct against a child back in 2001 and child sexually abusive activity in 2006, for which he spent 9 years in prison. Well, now he's been ordered to spend another 25 years behind bars.
Crews continued work on a broken water main that has affected more than 130,000 Metro Detroiters. The broken pipe has been stabilized and crews cut that section today so it can be removed. Delivery of that 48 feet of new pipe is still set for Tuesday. The timeline for the completion of repairs hasn't moved, with a target of September 3rd. Imlay City will hand out water tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon at the Eastern Michigan Fairgrounds.
Drone 4 live over the Armada Fair, giving us a bird's eye view of just a really ideal day. The conditions couldn't be much better for this Friday as things get kicked off there.
Really is. And let's get over to Kim Adams. She's there having fun, and now she's got a cowgirl hat on now.
Looking great.
It's rodeo time here at the Armada Fair in just about an hour. That's what those people are waiting for behind me. And it's funny because I thought, wow, it's not going to start for an hour. And look, the stands are already full. No, those are the stands that are in the shade. The stands that are in the full sun over there still have plenty of room. So if you'd like to come on out to the fair, there's still a lot to do tonight. We've got the rodeo and lots of things going on this weekend. But will the weather hold out? We're going to talk about that. Let's look at our current conditions right now. Out at Metro Airport, we've had temperatures in the mid-80s all afternoon, now dropping back down to 82 degrees. 85 at City Airport, 79, the cool spot now in Mount Clemens, and 82 in Pontiac. We have a busy weekend here around Metro Detroit. We've got the Woodward Dream Cruise. We have the Armada Fair going on. This evening is going to be perfect. In fact, if you're thinking about coming out to the fair, tonight is probably the best time to do it, and tomorrow morning, because it looks like tomorrow afternoon we are going to see a few showers and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms pop up. Some of those thunderstorms could be strong to severe. So coming up in the forecast, we'll talk a little bit more about that. And, you know, I'm going to find some cowboys that's going to tell us about the rodeo going on here tonight.
I can't
wait. I saw Kim leaving the station with her boots and the hat. She could not have looked any happier than where she was headed. Yeah, exactly right.
Call it work. Yeah. Okay, Kim, we'll check in with you later. Thank you. As Kim mentioned, the Woodward Dream Cruise is it's technically a one-day event Saturday, but we all know better, of course. Right. Take a look here. These are live pictures from Sky 4. They show you that the event is already there in gear.
Yeah, some would say that it really started last night in Royal Oak. Tim Pamplin always has an eye for interesting cars and, perhaps more importantly, interesting people. Let's go live to the night cam along Woodward. Hey, Tim.
That's right, Devin. This is a wonderful evening, isn't it? Friday evening along Woodward Avenue. The families are coming out. Look at this family here on the median of Woodward Avenue. Now, this is an affair for the family. Take a look.
The sound, the engines, the beauty, you don't get it anywhere else.
Meet the Moody family from Redford. Current mood, ecstatic. This is their scene. They've been coming here since the beginning.
Haven't missed a year yet.
They cruised when they were youngsters, and now bring their youngsters to the cruise.
Like my mom said, ever since like 2007, we come here and we see cars and get to see something new every year. And it's never a dull moment around here.
Cruisers have been packing the parks along Woodward Avenue from Ferndale up to Pontiac. Cash says it's in his blood.
Yes, I love cars so much, and I love coming out to the Woodward Dream Cruise every single year, getting to see new things I haven't seen in the past, you know?
We just love them. Everything about cars, we just love them.
The Moody's, a true Motor City family. Yes, I'm back out here along Wood Avenue. The bands are rocking along 9 Mile here. Again, the weather's a little iffy for tomorrow, so tonight might be the best night to come out and enjoy it. Lovely evening. Back to you guys downtown.
It's perfect for it right now. There will be some who will stumble, forget that it's Woodward Cruise weekend.
Exactly. I don't live too far.
You know how it goes.
Exactly. I'll stay out of the way.
All right,
Thank you, Tim.